What's up guys, Cody here. Today we're going to take a look at Rek'sai, the Void Queen. So we're just going to get right on into it. So Rek'sai's main focus is going to be the early game. You've got decent clears that keep you healthy enough so that way you can get a decent gank off. Rek'sai has really strong ganks. Her E allows her to gap close onto enemies and to surprise them by going through walls behind them. Pretty much when you go and gank with Rek'sai, the main thing that you're going to want to do is knock up the enemy champion, auto attack, then Q to reset your auto attack, and then once you hit max fury, E them for true damage. While you're doing this, you also are going to want to be attacking and moving in the direction that the enemy is going to be traveling, so that way you can get more autos off on them. When you hit level 6, your games become even more potent as you have a way of jumping back onto somebody, especially if they're low health. Your ult is pretty much used as an execution ability. Combo with your Q, if you can land your Prey Seeker Q, your ult can be used to finish off the enemy after they think that they've gotten away of gank with just a slim bit of health. As I said, Rek'sai excels in early game. Rek'sai is going to fall off as the game goes on, so what you need to do is you need to snowball 1 or 2 lanes and work on getting objectives. I like to snowball bot lane. Something I like to do to snowball them is I will clear all the camp on my bot side instead of going to both my buffs. And what this does is I'll have level 3, I won't have red or blue buff depending upon what side I'm on. But I'll be able to go bot. Bot lane may not be expecting me because they may be thinking, okay, it's Rek'sai, he doesn't start Raptors, he's going to be top side, you know, around 3 minutes 20 seconds, we don't have to worry about him, and then bam, you're there, you get a knock up, you get a kill. Also, something else that you can do to gap close even further is you can flash knock up on somebody, and there's really nothing that the enemy can do about it aside from having just not been flash knock up range to begin with. If we get bot going, we get first tower, we get dragon if it's an important dragon, then we swap them up to top, we help them get top tower, then we get retailed, then we go mid and get that. So snowballing effect. As the game progresses into mid game, you're going to continue to look for picks with Rek'sai in a similar fashion that you were doing with ganks. When it comes to team fights with Rek'sai, you have to be very careful. You're a frontliner, but you don't necessarily have the best tank stats. Pretty much with Rek'sai, when you're going in, try to make sure that you're not the only frontline, or you got supports to back you up like Jan or Soraka to keep you sustained in a fight. Your job in a team fight as Rek'sai is to knock up a priority target on the enemy team while still not being too far away from your team where they can't help you anymore. Then throw your QE combo onto them, and then more than likely you're going to want to ult. The reason why you're probably going to want to ult is because you might die relatively soon. It's either you ult or you back out. That's more than likely going to be the 2 choices that you're going to have at your disposal. Because, like I said, you're not tanky, so you're probably going to be low on health here soon. Your ult takes time to cast, so better to cast it early than late. One final thing to touch on for Rek'sai's gameplay is using Rek'sai's passive efficiently. Pretty much, it's a free vision tool. You stay burrowed for the entire time you're going around unless you're fighting something. Your passive lets you know, oh hey, there's someone that just walked into that bush. Someone's at this camp. They're doing dragon, they're doing baron, they're doing this or that. If you think someone might be sitting in the bush, you throw out your Q. And if someone happens to find you, you run away with your E. Runes on Rek'sai. The simplest page for her is attack speed quints, 80 reds, armor yellows, MR blues. Masteries, we're gonna go 18, 0, 12, taking fervor of battle. We take this because it adds the most damage to our ganks, since as Rek'sai you do auto attack a lot. For items on Rek'sai, we're going to get the warrior enchantment. As for what smite we want, generally speaking, chilling smite is a better smite overall because it makes it easier to get on somebody for the knockup, and it makes it so that you don't have to flash as much. Challenging smite is also very useful. If the enemy lacks dashes, then it can be useful for adding extra damage in. Or if you're going to be fighting the enemy jungler quite a bit, then it can make it so that you can actually win those fights. As for boots, Ninja Tabby, or Merc Treads are relatively good items. After that, everyone pretty much gets Titanic Hydra, then builds into 2 or 3 tank items. Items such as Randuin's, Deadman, Spirit Visage, Adaptive Helm, Thornmail, and Knight's Vow are all good items. You can also get the GA as your last item, allowing you to play more aggressive without the worry of dying. And if you want to be really aggressive, you can get a Sterex after you get Titanic, as this will increase your base AD. For skill max on Rek'sai, most people, me included, max Q first, and then max E and then W. However, I do note that the highest win rate is to max E. This is because as you max E, you get more true damage, adding more burst to your ganks. Q max though allows you to clear faster. My opinion, if you're not in high elo, it honestly doesn't make a difference what you do. And yeah, that's going to be it for this guide on Rek'sai. She isn't one of the tank meta junglers right now, but she's good for solo queue. She's good for getting an early lead, trying to snowball off of that. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, remember to like and subscribe, and comment below about what champion you'd like to see me do next for a guide. Thanks guys, I'll see you in the next one.